Dog is locked in hot car for 2 hours until officer comes. It was in the middle of the day. The summer heat was unbearable. Residents of this New York neighborhood noticed a dog locked in a car. People knew they had no choice but to call the police for help in saving the dog. When officers arrived, they realized they had to act quickly. The animal's life was in danger. Residents living close to 88th Street near 3rd Avenue noticed that a dog was locked inside a parked vehicle alone. Perhaps, at first, they hoped his owner would be back soon. But they couldn't be more wrong. No one was coming for the poor dog. Its fate was in their hands. The people who gathered around the car with the locked dog inside thought about and discussed what they could do. At first, they waited for 2 hours, and they soon realized that no one was coming for the poor dog. They had to do something. So they called the emergency services in hopes they would get in time to save the trapped animal. When the worried residents who were standing by the locked car called 911, Officer Aruna Maharaj of NYPD 19th Precinct was the one closest to the scene. So she got dispatched to the area. She and her partner drove to the location, worried they might be too late. When Officer Maharaj and her partner arrived at the scene, people told them the dog had already been there for more than 2 hours. When the NYPD's 19th Precinct showed up, the poor pup was distressed. According to the officers, 10 minutes is all it takes for a car to reach 102 degrees. Things didn't look well. The police officers didn't hesitate. They didn't have much time to wait. They had to do something, or it might soon be too late for the dog. A bit of a crowd gathered as officers worked to bust open one of the car windows. Once they were successful, they carefully got the dog out while avoiding the broken glass. But was the dog okay? Or were they too late? When the two officers got the dog out of the locked car, they realized the animal was in a poor state. It was weak and wobbling. At that point, Officer Maharaj and her partner knew they had to act fast to help the poor dog. They improvised something and managed to give the dog some water while they were thinking of the next steps. When they saw the dog out of the car, people gathered around and started cheering. They were all happy the two officers managed to break the pooch out of the hot car. It was like an oven inside, and a few more minutes might have meant the end of the dog. But things weren't over yet. The dog was in poor shape, and the officers needed to act quickly. From there, the poor dog was taken to the American Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals, ASPCA, where it would stay and be cared for until he found a new home. They treated him all while Officer Aruna Maharaj checked on him often to see how he was doing. The dog recovered well, and a new life awaited him. The dog's ordeal was finally over. The quick action of Officer Aruna Maharaj and her partner ensured a successful operation. The pooch's life was saved just in time. Now it was time to look for a new home for the dog. Luckily, he didn't have to wait very long at all. The new owner who adopted the pooch was none other than Officer Aruna Maharaj, the one who saved him from the locked car. It was as if fate brought them together. The woman was very happy to take him home, and the dog was even more excited when he realized he would go home with the one who rescued him. Aruna Maharaj, one of the officers who helped rescue the dog, decided that her home would be the perfect place for this sweet, fluffy guy. This pup will never be neglected again, the NYPD 19th Precinct said on Twitter. A month ago, this sweet doggo was rescued after his owner left him in his hot locked car for hours. Yesterday, one of its rescuers, Officer Maharaj, adopted him. Thank you, at ASPCA, for taking such good care of this lucky pup. The post quickly went viral, and everyone was in tears of joy when reading the wonderful story of the rescue. People were glad that these NYPD officers were able to save the sweet boy in time, and they couldn't be happier that one of his rescuers just so happened to be the perfect person to be his new mom.